What's up, y'all? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the Music Corner. Let's just cut to the chase. You guys clicked on the vid, so yeah, let's talk about legendary rapper slash producer Kanye West and R&B artist extraordinaire Dolla Ign's collab album Vultures 2. And honestly, the reception of this album online a week after its release has been largely negative. Some sentiments I agree with, some sentiments I don't. Some I feel like might not be mentioned enough though. So yeah, I just feel like Kanye and Ty don't really have that much chemistry with each other, you know? Like even on the same song, they seem to be talking about like wildly different topics. They don't feel like a cohesive unit, you know? It just feels like Ty's just a feature artist on what's supposed to be a collab album, you know? They don't have like the complementary and cohesive duo energy that Kanye and Kid Cudi had on Kids See Goes, and they don't have the sort of like brotherly back and forth chemistry that Kanye and Jay-Z have had on their numerous collaborations. And also just looking at the album as a whole, you know, like it ends very, very abruptly with the final track. Like the final track like just cuts and stuff. And also looking at the album as a whole lyrically, I find it very, very uninteresting lyrically, honestly. Like I really don't care that much for Kanye and Ty Dolla Sign's sex stories, their meaningless flings, and the random groupies they meet. Like and now they made an entire album about it, so yeah. And also, like, even a lot of the bars on the album are pretty cringe. Like, you know, like one of the songs, like Kanye raps, she give him blowjobs and I applied. She says she's starving, ordered her some fries. Then I ate the breast, then the thighs. And he says that on the song Fried. And like, you know, it doesn't stop there. There's like more bad lyrics to come. Like another one is reach for the popcorn. Oops, that's my cock. And that's on the song Time Moving Slow. Like what are you saying, bro? And also just like random bars about butt shots, and even the features don't at least, you know, add lyrical variety. They unfortunately stay very, very much on topic on this album, follow suit with Kanye and Ty Dolla Sign. And you know, so we got Kodak Black talking about putting it in girls' butts, and Young Thug talking about women paying for big butts. Like, bro, I get it, okay, you know, you guys are a bunch of horny dudes, and sex is great, yeah, sex is amazing, whatever. Like, I understand, you know, but we don't need to make, you know, you guys don't need to make like an entire album on it, you know, like who the hell wants to listen to that for like 50 minutes? I mean, Kanye has always had, you know, raunch in his lyrics here and there, but it's never been on this level, dude. Like, you know, this is easily Kanye's like raunchiest album ever. He took the raunch up like 100 notches for Vultures too. And also, speaking of the song Fried, you know, that song is honestly just a Timu carnival. Like, really, like, it also has the Inter Milan Ultras chanting on it, and, you know, like, I don't know why Ye is recycling music ideas, honestly. Like, it just makes it seem like he actually just ran out of ideas when making this album and just rehashed old ideas, you know, like, just to fill out the track list. The beats also don't really stand out too much either, you know, like a lot of them are very boring and generic to be honest. Like Forever Rolling is such a nothing burger of a beat, really, dude. Like there's nothing to this beat at all. Like at all. Like it's just the audio equivalent of just staring at a wall for like 3 minutes or something, you know. Why listen to Forever Rolling when you can just, you know, go watch paint dry or something? You know, the production isn't a complete train wreck though, thankfully, at least on the album. Like I really like the vocals on the beat of 530, you know, that Swish sample is very, very sweet, thankfully. And I really don't like the song Husband. Like, I really don't like the song Husband at all. Honestly, like, it honestly has like one of EA's worst ever singing performances in his entire career. And the song actually just makes me uncomfortable. Like, it's a pretty weird song, to be honest. Kanye's sense of humor is a pretty much a staple of his, you know, career and his music. And thankfully, it hasn't left him on this album. And, you know, he shows it in the song 530 where he says, you don't really love Ye, go listen to Drake B. And you know, which is really, really hilarious considering Kanye and Drake's long-standing beef. So yeah, after listening to Vultures 2, you know, what did you get from this album? What did you get from listening to Vultures 2? You know, Kanye and pretty much everyone on the album love big butts and large breasts. You know, like okay, you know, who doesn't? You know, like it's like he made this album for weird perverts that spend all day in their basements on the hub or something. But yeah, that isn't really all that you get from this album. Thankfully, you know, there are a few songs on this that don't talk about, you know, meaningless flings with girls and sex. You know, Slide is actually lyrically one of those songs. Like Ty is still on that groupie tip, but Kanye touches on struggles navigating the industry, which goes back to what I said about Ty and Ye being on like wildly different topics on the same song. And River also has Ye asking God for forgiveness for his sins. And 530 talks about, the collapse of Kanye and Kim Kardashian's marriage. And also Sky City, where he ponders on what it's like in heaven. And that's pretty much it. The lyrics overall on the album are pretty uninteresting besides these few tracks. But yeah, guys, I don't know, guys. I'm disappointed in this album, to be honest, because Kanye West really is one of my favorite artists of all time, and I know he has it in him to make something better than this, really. And it turns out he's been addicted to nitrous oxide for a while now, and it's starting to show in his music. I will admit, I don't think I dislike this album as much as others online seem to. I've seen comments of people saying this is worse than Eminem's Revival, and I don't think it's on that level. I've also seen some other funny bars saying, shout out to Northwest for doing the mixing on this album, which is really really funny, and how Kanye should retire now. And honestly, it's not that deep. Kanye shouldn't retire after this album at all. But yeah, harkening back to Northwest, she's on the song Bomb, and which is another interesting addition to this album, and she raps in Japanese on this, with Kanye providing backing vocals. And I guess I don't really care for that song much, honestly. It just kind of sounds very sugary and a little jittery at times. I guess it's just not for me. But Talking with Northwest from Vultures 1 is much better. And back to the pretty good songs. Slide has a pretty fire beat. I really like the beats on Slide. Like, it kicks off the album, and from the direction that the album started in, like, I actually thought we were gonna get a great album, to be completely honest. I like the electronic type beat, and it kind of sounds like that THX ad or something. It just sounds so clean and pristine too. It just sounds so, yeah, that song. And I really like the drums as well. I really like the drums and the bass bangs too on that song. I really see the song going hard in clubs, to be completely honest. Time Moving Slow can also hang with Slide in clubs, although their vocals sound a little off on that song. I can't lie. Both Ty and Ye. But the beat, especially the piano in the beat, is really really good. Field Trip was also a pretty great song, and I really like the bouncing type drums on it. Like, it just sounds like they produced it on a trampoline or something. And Don Toliver also delivers some pretty fantastic vocals in the course of the song, and he might actually be. I think he actually is the best feature on this album. And this song can also hang in clubs too. Like, it can really get clubs jumping. But yeah, Promotion also has a decent beat and features one of the better features on the album as well. And Forever is also alright. I like the ethereal nature of the beat and that repeated vocal passage. And despite how brief the song is, like, Forever is also I guess a pretty decent song on the album. Sure. But yeah, guys, check this album out for yourselves. I know it sounds like I've been largely negative with this, video, but yeah, check it out for yourselves. Don't let the reviewers or people online stop you from listening to it or influence your feelings toward the album. If you like it, you like it. Who cares? And if you're gonna hate it because someone else hated it, then you're honestly just weird. But yeah, to sum up my thoughts on the album, I don't see him accidentally, birthing a new rap subgenre with this album like he did with 808s and Heartbreak. And I don't think anything particularly revolutionary happens on this album at all. But who knows? I could be wrong. Who knows? Maybe people will, be inspired by Vultures 2 and create a whole new subgenre of rap. But who knows? I personally do not think so. But yeah, Kanye's singing, the lack of chemistry between Dolla ign and Kanye West, and some weird music choices such as rehashed ideas, they drag the quality of this album down, honestly, and it actually kind of makes the album feel kind of lazy too. And the features are also not very good either. The features didn't help this album at all. Don Toliver was the best feature on the album for me, honestly, and everyone else isn't much to speak of, to be completely honest. And the lyrical content is honestly the worst thing about the album. But yeah, some songs are pretty good on this album. Kanye's funny on this album here and there too. Some of the beats are pretty good, and there's some good club bangers on this album as well. And I think this song is maybe like a 5 for me, a 5 out of 10. It's a pretty mid-tier album. It's half good and half bad, really, honestly. And the good elements and bad elements on it are really at odds with each other, leaving this feeling like a very mixed bag of an album, really. And it could have definitely been produced better, it could have definitely been performed better, and it could have most definitely have been written better. But yeah, guys, that's all I have to say on this album, but what did you guys think, Feel free to share your thoughts, like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.